Hey guys, what's up? It's ItsAnnaLouise, and for today's video, I decided to do something that has kind of been requested quite a few times. I kind of get the question a lot when it comes to breeding. I get a lot of questions about breeding as well, which brings me to the fact that I'm probably going to make an updated video on how to breed bettas or what you need to breed them, because I do have a really good video up now, but it is about a year old, so I may redo that one. But for now, I decided to go ahead and make a video on how to make baby brine shrimp. Now these are living creatures. This is not frozen, this is not freeze-dried, this is not pellets or flakes. This is living baby brine shrimp. So whenever you do breed bettas, if you decide to, you need baby brine shrimp. I mean, you just need it. They have to have living food. Their instinct is to hunt. They will not at first take to non-living food. That's something that definitely has to be built up over time. And so for the first few months, you are really going to be relying on that baby brine shrimp. Now, it is actually a very, very easy process, and I hope to make it easier for you guys today, because when I first started, I looked forever on the internet for a good video to teach me how to do it. And I even had to get my friend, I was like, you know, like SOS texting, trying to get her to my house, try to figure out how to do it with me. I could not figure out, basically because I was nervous. You know, this is a very vital part of your baby's lives, and you have to have it, and it has to work, because if it doesn't work, then you're not gonna have that food. Yes, you can, you know, feed some other foods with it, but still. And so I was just really nervous. I was so scared it wasn't gonna work out, and yeah. So I did thankfully have a few people that I knew that were breeding bettas from online, and I was able to talk to them and get an awesome recipe for making these baby brine shrimp. And I can tell you, the first time I did it, I was so nervous that they wouldn't hatch, but they did, and it worked really well. I will tell you one thing. So on the videos that I did watch, one thing that a lot of people showed was putting like a light, like a lamp over the container with your mixture to make the shrimp. And it was going to be hard for me. I mean, I could have done it. It's just for another electrical cord plugged up on the power strip. I was almost full for where I needed to put it, etc., etc. And I thought, do you really have to have this light? And you don't. So there's some things that you do not have to make these shrimp that some people say that you do, but I'm here to tell you now, you don't need it. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to make them. It's going to be a quick, fast process, and you're going to have success. So that's what we want. Without further ado, I'm going to shut up now and let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Okay guys, so this is one of my brine shrimp hatcheries. This is the one that actually comes with the stand, and the tubing that pumps the air goes underneath. And this one, all you do is have to cut it at the top and then open the bottle cap and then screw the bottle cap on. So that's the one that you can buy, I believe, by San Francisco Bay on Amazon. It is just like the hatchery itself. I'm going to show you how to do this one, and then I'm going to show you my DIY one where you do not have to spend money on a holder. But this is the very first one I got, and all you're going to need is a 2-liter bottle. And I use mine out of Sprite bottles, and all I do is the bottom of the Sprite bottle itself, I cut it around to make a circle. And then of course, as you can see down here, like this would be the top where you pour out the drink, and all you do is cut off a circle. So that's that, and that's that screwed on. So that is the first step. Now I'm going to show you how to make it, and then I will show you my DIY. But this one has been pretty much all used up, and when it gets down to this area, I always just like to change it. I do not like to feed the babies brine shrimp any more older than 4 days max. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do to do this one. So basically, I have this cord right here that pumps the air into here. I'm just going to disconnect it, and I'm going to take this to my sink, rinse it out to get all the unhatched eggs off, and as soon as I rinse it out, I'm going to bring it back and we will start. Alright, it's cleaned out as good as it's going to get. I just pretty much fastly rinsed it out. And I do want to mention that I do reuse the same Sprite bottle for a while because there's just no sense in just keep changing them out. They are good for quite a long while. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with distilled water, so this is not going to have any of the chemicals in it. And I'm going to pour it, and then I will show you where I end. So I'm ending right here, about this much to the top. I definitely do not want to fill it too high because then it'll kind of splatter. So this is about the length, I guess you could say, I have left. So now you're going to need your measuring spoon, brine shrimp egg, baking soda, and salt. So we have right here Morton's canning and pickling salt, Arm & Hammer baking soda, the brine shrimp eggs right here, and my measuring spoons. By the way, there's a few different types of salt you can use. You can get aquarium salt and use it, but it is a lot more expensive, so I just use this Morton canning and pickling salt. But these are the only things you need. So now let's go ahead and begin, y'all. It's just so simple. So the first measuring little cup thing I'm going to use right here, or measuring spoon, what am I saying, is a 1/4 teaspoon. And the 1/4 teaspoon is going to go into the baking soda. It's hard to do this with one hand, especially my left. Anyway, you're gonna fill it to the top if it'll focus, and then dump that in. So that's 1/4 of baking soda. And then next, I'm gonna do my brine shrimp eggs, and then the measurement for that is 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm only going to do one of those. I am almost out of brine shrimp eggs, so I had to put the camera down and do it with both hands, and I still have to fill it up more because ideally it should fill the whole top. But I'm just going to put the eggs in, and I'm going to go ahead and refill the rest up to the top. Alright, now, and then for the last step, we're going to add 2 whole tablespoons of salt. So that's a lot of salt. Let me just get this in here. I'm telling you, it's hard to do with one hand. It's really, really awkward if you could see how my hand is moving. Alright, let me just switch hands and try to do it this way. And I guess peep my TV. But here's 1 tablespoon. And then I'm going to get another tablespoon. And this can be a little less, give or take. So if it's not completely full, but it's almost full, then that's fine too. But literally, that is it. So as you can tell, the water's just stagnant, but it can't be, so you have to come over here and pump the air. So let me turn the air on. Come on. It's so hard to do it one-handed, I tell you. Hello? Excuse me. Turn on. Excuse me. There we go. And she is on and bubbling. And that is literally all you have to do, y'all. It is so simple. Literally so simple. So next I'm going to show you guys my makeshift brine shrimp. So this is a little bit different. Obviously I don't have the fancy contraption that blows air into the bottom for this one. All I have is just my setup like this. So basically, you know, this is closed whereas the other one's open, and I did cut the top off. And so what I'm doing is I have this little air pump right here, and the air just comes out through the top, and then I paper clip it. Definitely a very ghetto way, I guess you could say, of doing it, but it works. So, and it's cheaper. But you literally do the exact same thing. It's nothing different. You do everything the same. It's just a different setup. It doesn't come with obviously the fancy contraption at the bottom, but other than that, it is the exact same. So you can either buy the one on there, or you can do a makeshift one, but I have to have multiples because when your babies get older, they start to use a lot more shrimp, so you definitely need to have multiples. That's why I have one of the original, like, good, why am I having word issues, y'all? The easy, like, really good stands. And then here we have your DIY makeshift one, but hey, it works. I do prefer the other one. The other one works a little bit better because sometimes the bubbles don't completely get down in there, but still, they work. Either one is totally doable. All right, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that this answered some of you guys' questions when it comes to baby brine shrimp and how to make it. And so I really hope that you have success with this and that you find it easier than I did at first. Before we go, I do want to shout out that Pet Fest is almost here, you guys, and I really want to meet you all. So go over to this website right here to get your Pet Fest tickets today. VIP is sold out, but all the general admission tickets are still there. So go and get your ticket today to meet me and your other favorite pet YouTubers. Pet Fest is in Phoenix, Arizona. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, look it up. You can find all the details, and I really hope to see you guys there. Other than that, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and follow me on all my social medias. Also, please make sure to subscribe, which you can do by hitting my face right up there. And you can watch another one of my videos by clicking right over there, and it would mean the world to me if you guys would do that. And I really hope that you guys have a great day or night or whenever you may be watching this video, and I will see you guys next time.